The Golden Princess makeover begins, Royal Caribbean's Crown and Anchor program gets a bit of an overhaul, and do we have a clearer idea of when cruising will return to Australia? I'm Adrian, the Cruise and Travel Guy. As always, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and if you haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. Royal Caribbean, Carnival and Disney Cruise Lines have all confirmed that they will require proof of vaccination for all guests over the age of 12. Guests under the age of 12 will need to provide a negative COVID test before boarding. As previously reported, Norwegian Cruise Line had successfully sought a temporary injunction against the state of Florida, effectively overturning laws that prevented businesses from seeking proof of vaccination. Norwegian have further extended requirements for all of their guests to be fully vaccinated on cruises departing up to December 31st this year. In addition, where children under the age of 12 aren't able to be vaccinated, they will not be welcome on Norwegian Cruise Line ships. Cruise lines are often having to play catch up with changing local regulations as they develop across various world markets. In Australia, for example, the cruise industry still has no idea what health and safety protocols they'll be required to meet when cruising finally gets the green light down under. As first reported by the Cruise Passenger publication, the Australian Department of Health have announced that cruising will officially be included in Australia's 4-phase national plan to reopen the country in a post-COVID world. The basis for new regulations will be stronger pre-health arrival, health assessments, and screening processes, supported by enhanced pre-arrival reporting requirements. In discussions with the publication, a spokesperson for the department said that international cruising is not being considered at this stage, but that the Department of Health was working on a COVID risk analysis and response task force report. It's expected that the report will set the stage for cruise industry consultations and planning. My concern with these developments is that the spokesperson doesn't appear to have even acknowledged that domestic cruising is a separate entity to international cruising. Frankly, it's clear that the people we have elected into positions of authority in this country are not treating the cruise industry or its many stakeholders with respect. Australia is edging ever closer to its 80% rate of double-dose vaccinations, which should initiate the fourth and final stage of Australia's national plan. But all I can see is that cruising is being treated like an afterthought, so much so that it hasn't even warranted a coherent government statement. So what does all this mean for a cruising restart in this country? Well, if our national plan is to be adhered to, then reaching the rate of 80% double-dose vaccinations in those over the age of 16 should well and truly trigger broader international travel. Additional countries would be included in our travel bubble, and of course at that point there is no discernible reason I could be convinced of that would preclude cruising from being back on the cards. As public discourse continues to shift to the rate of vaccinations and opening up the country, I can only hope that the government will begin to provide some firm advice on when cruising will return to this country and what it will look like when it does. As always, I'll be sure to keep you up to date with any further developments on this front. Royal Caribbean this week announced the return of some of its Crown and Anchor loyalty perks. In response to altered sailing conditions, some of these perks were removed from early sailings. From September 1st though, among other changes, the Diamond Lounge will now be open once again for qualifying members. For Diamond Plus and Pinnacle members, the Top Tier Milestone event will return, and Pinnacle members will also once again enjoy daily breakfast in a specialty dining venue. In addition, on each day of the cruise, Diamond members will receive 4 drink vouchers covering beverages up to a cost of $13. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle members will receive 6 vouchers. These vouchers will be able to be used at any bar venue across the ship and will come in addition to the Diamond Club nightly cocktail hour. Diamond Plus and Pinnacle members will also receive a 45-minute head start at entertainment venues where they will be allowed to select a seat before the doors are open to everybody else. And suite guests and Pinnacle members will now be able to arrive at the terminal up to 1 hour before or after their 30-minute check-in window. Finally, the suite lounge will now be off limits to Pinnacle members, but instead they will be given access to a brand new Pinnacle Club Lounge, where they can expect the same nightly cocktail hour. And finally, Golden Princess is well and truly on her way to becoming the Pacific Adventure. She arrived into dry dock in Trieste, Italy last week, and P&O have wasted no time in getting to work. The company has supplied interior and exterior shots detailing just some of the changes being undertaken. Much loved cruise director Zoltina J is currently on board in quarantine and has been sharing videos and pictures from her suite balcony as well. Give her a follow on Facebook to stay up to date with her time on board. And that brings me to the end of this week's cruise news update. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button. If you are looking to book a cruise for 2022 and beyond, head to my website for great deals, thecruiseandtravelguide.com.au. And if you haven't done so already, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at The Cruise and Travel Guide. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Against the state of Florida preventing businesses effectively overturning laws that prevented businesses from asking for vaccination status. Damn it. Norwegian Cruise Line had successfully sought an Cruise lines are often having to play catch up with cruise lines are often not treating the cruise industry in